Hi there, fellow guitar players and budding fellow guitar players. It's good to be here. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about how to get started with playing blues guitar. Why? Because it's cool. First, I'll talk about the elements that make blues guitar sound like blues guitar. Then I'm going to teach you the very foundation of blues guitar to give you something to practice and to build on. Let's do this. So what makes blues guitar sound like, well, blues? It's several elements combined together. You have your chords, there's usually a shuffled rhythm, somewhere in the melody or the guitar playing, you're going to have sprinkled in the blues note. And of course, everybody knows you have to have riffs. But at the foundation of all of this is your basic 12-bar blues pattern. Now, not every blues song follows the exact 12-bar pattern, but a lot of them do, and a lot of others are variations of it. So let's go ahead and start here with that very foundation, the 12-bar blues. We're going to start off with the basic pattern for the 12-bar blues. We're going to do this in the key of E. Let me show you the three chords we're going to be using. The first chord is an E7. Now, we could use an E chord, and as a matter of fact, sometimes you can go between one and the other, but we're going to do this today with E7. It does have a bluesy sound, the seventh chord, E7. So we've got an open 6th string, 5th string, 2nd fret, open 4th string, 3rd string, I've got my first finger on the 1st fret, open 2nd, and open 1st. Now the next chord is A7. And by the way, if you know other fingerings for these chords and you want to use them, it's okay. For right now, I'm more interested that we get the basic form. A7. Now I'm using my 2nd and 3rd fingers. Some people use 1st and 2nd. Some people alternate. I actually have several different ways of playing this. I'll just stick with the 2nd and 3rd fingers for now. I've got my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. I have an open 3rd string, and then my 3rd finger is on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Everything else is open. Now, by the way, it's okay if you hit that low 6th string, but it's best to aim for the 5th string, which is the root of this chord. In other words, the bass note. You'll see it won't make a big difference, but I wanted to give you that little tip to aim for the top 5 strings. So we've got two chords. Let's play them together. E7. Now the A7. Notice I'm starting from the 5th string. It's just something to work for. Don't worry about it too much. We need one more chord to finish this up. We're going to go with B7. Yes, it's a 4-finger chord, but not too hard. It looks like this. Now this chord doesn't use a 6th string at all, and you could try just avoid hitting it, but there's another way you can deal with it too. I let my 2nd finger kind of just slightly touch the 6th string so it deadens out. Then if I hit it, it doesn't really sound anyway. Let's do the fingering for that right quick, for those who need help. It's the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, a lot of 2nd frets here. 1st finger is on the 4th string, 1st fret, and then the 3rd finger is on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, open 2nd string, and pinky on the high string, 2nd fret. Try that one with me. 2nd finger, 3rd finger, and pinky. I'm just doing the 2nd fret stuff first. That's the 5th string, 3rd string, and 1st string. Now I'm going to put my 1st finger down between the 5th and the 3rd on the 4th string, 1st fret. You want to practice that if it's new for you. Just go back and forth. Matter of fact, I like to have students just try to time it, see how fast they can get there, and do that a little each day until it gets easy. Okay, now we've got the building blocks to make this happen. I'm going to explain it to you, but don't worry if it doesn't make sense yet. It's going to come back as we do this. It's 12 bars long, 12 measures, and we'll start with the E chord for 2 bars. We're going to do the A7 for 2 bars, and then go back to the E chord for 2 bars. Now, I'm going to explain what it looks like. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense, and then play it for you and see if you can match what it sounds like with what I said. This is 12 bars long, 12 measures, one and the same thing. Now, this is a good place to listen. If you're a little more experienced, you might want to try playing along. I'm going to do 12 bars starting with E7. 1, 2, ready, hit it. E7, this is 1 bar, 2 bar, A7, and then go back to E7, 3, counting the bars, and 4. Now here's number 5 on A7. We'll do 2 of those. That's 6. And back to 7. And 2 of those. We're on 8. Now here comes 9. And 10. 11. And we're going to end with 12. How was that? You ready to try it? No, it's okay. We're going to break it down a little bit more. We'll start with E7 1 time, A7 1 time, and then 2 E7s. That's 4 bars. E7, A7, and then E7. No strum. Don't worry about that strum yet. I'm going to get to that. So do this with me. This is the student participation section. We're just going to strum straight down. So don't worry about that shuffle strum is what we call it. Here we go. Start with E7. 1, 2, ready, hit it. Just slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 1 bar. Now to A7. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 bars. Now back to E7. We're going to do 2 bars here. 2, 3, 4. And then again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 1/3 of the whole tune. 4 bars. We're going to do the next 4 bars now. We're going to do 2 bars of A7 and 2 bars of E7. Not too much changing, huh? Start with the A7. 1, 2, ready, hit it. A7. 2, 3, 4. That's 1 bar. Do it again. That was 2 bars. Let's go back to E7 now. You're doing good. Yes. And again, 1 more bar. 2, 3, 4. Each bar has 4 beats, and that's why I'm going 4 strums to show you where the beats are. Now that's 8 bars. Let's do that 1 time through, and then we'll move on to the last 4 bars, which is a little more changing. Start with the E7. I'll call out the chords. Don't worry. 1, 2, ready, hit it. Straight down, E7. 1, 2, 3. Going to A7 now. Don't worry if it takes practice. That's what we're here for. Back to E7. We're going to do 2 bars. That was 1. Again. Good. Now 2 bars of A7. Now. One of them, again. 3, 4, to E7, 2 bars. Good, good, good. You got this? And 4, that was 8 bars. Now we're going to do that last 4 bars. We're going to change every bar. I call it a turnaround pattern because it kind of turns things around to where you want to go back to the beginning. You'll hear it when we do it. Start with B7, 1 bar. Go. Yeah. I know this is a 4-finger chord, so don't worry. I practice it. Back to A7. That's 2 of the 4. Now to E7. And end on B7. See there, 1 bar each chord. 4. Let's do that one again. We'll start with B7. I'll go a little bit faster. Just practice. You can always stop, practice a little bit, and come back. Ready, hit it, B7. A7. E7. And B7. That's the form of a 12-bar blues. Now, I want to do it once through all the way. I'm going to do it a little bit faster. Don't worry if you can't keep up. It's more to kind of ingrain it. You're going to practice it on your own, come back, try it with the video. Start with E7. And of course, if you've been playing for a while, this will be easier than if you're just starting out. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, E7 now. Going to A7, hit it. And back to E7, 2 bars here. That was 1. A7, 2 bars here. Starting to hear the pattern, that's the 2nd bar. And E7. That's part of this is to learn the sound of the pattern. Going to B7 now. Here's that last 4. Going to A7 now. 3, 4, E7. And B7. Okay, good. Whether you kept up or not doesn't matter. If you hung in there, it's starting to make an impression on you. You're starting to learn that pattern, to learn the sound of the pattern. And it will come. Even if you just sit and listen to this, I'm not going to recommend you don't pick up your guitar. But even if you watch this many times, it'll start sinking in, the sound. And then you'll kind of be able to guide your fingers just by ear. Now, we're going to add a shuffle strum. The shuffle strum is a foundation strum for blues. So here's a regular strum. That's straight time. Shuffle has a lilt to it. So some people count it like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I started that way, but it didn't work for long. It works better, I think, if you just listen and feel it. Da, 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 da. Whether it's fast or slow, it has that lilting to it. Try that with me. You can do it. Just put your hand on the neck so you make a sound. 1, 2, ready, go. Shuffle. Da, 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 da. Do it with me. Come on, I'm watching. Well, pretend anyway. Okay, how'd you do? Okay, come on, this time, really. Let's do it. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the intellectual approach. It has its place, as long as you don't hold on to it like training wheels. Okay. Now, I know you don't get it perfect, but I'm going to go ahead and start adding this into a strum and then to the whole pattern. Let's do the strum with an E7 chord. So it's going to sound like this. Down, up, down, up. That's the very simplest form of the shuffle strum. Try that with me. E7 chord. Ready, hit it. Okay, let's put it all together. If nothing else, I want you to hear shuffle strum and the pattern all together. If you're ready, try playing along. If you're not ready for that, listen and come back. Practice and come back and do it with me. Here it goes, starting with an E7. I'll count out for those who want to play along. 1 and 2 and 3 and hit it now. E7. A7 and E7. The 2 bars here. And again. 2, 3, 4. Back to A7. 2 bars. And next bar, this is the halfway point. And back to E7. 2 bars. The turnaround, B7. Going to A7 now. E7, almost there. Taking it on home. And B7. That's the the end, but I'm gonna keep going. That's the beginning. Okay, I'll stop. I just want you to hear how that B7 wants to go back into the beginning and start a whole new cycle. And of course, another guitar player is going to be while I play those chords. Okay, you did great. Hanging in there is plenty if this is new for you, really. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is day 27 of my 30 days of guitar coaching program. I hope you've learned something from this lesson, and hopefully you've been inspired to learn more. If you'd like some extra help, I have a wonderful program that you'd really appreciate. It's called the Real Guitar Success Program. I'll put a link somewhere down below so you can learn more about it. In the meantime, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you like what I'm doing, and leave me a comment. Let me know you're out there. I hope you can make it tomorrow for day 28. Bye.